Hey there, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited. As always, I'm so excited about this message tonight. It's actually just like an aha. And it's 8:30 and I'm working. I've just finished speaking with a client who I adore. I work with some of the best, just some of the best. I wanted to share this with you. So one of my clients is in the world of tech. And she worked with her company for about 15, 16 years, somewhere in there. Was in leadership, running a department where she was she was a direct reports over about 30 individuals and hundreds of individuals, collectively within her department under her leadership. Okay. She had all the things. All the things. Hear me on this, okay? And you might have all the things too. She had, the office. She had the title. She had the respect of her peers. She was in leadership. She had 2 bonuses. Which were substantial. She made pretty close to $200,000 a year. And she was asked about 4 months ago, to start to train some new technology that her department wanted to use. And so she did those things. She started to program some things thinking that it would make her work more efficient for her company. And she just found out maybe about 6 weeks ago or so that she was let go. Why am I telling you this? I'm not saying this to scare you or anything like that. I'm telling you this for a very specific reason. I want you to think about yourself. And so here's the thing. She and I started working together about 6 months ago, maybe 6.5, somewhere around then. We began putting together some packages for her consulting. She landed her first contract about 2.5 months ago, something like that, for about 120. And it's a state contract. Okay. And now that she's been let go, she is, and I just wrote about it, bruised, but she's not broken. You see, she's bruised because her ego's hurt. She can't believe they did her that way. She can't believe she's training technology that they ultimately use to replace her and others in her department. Okay. But because she built her well before she was thirsty, she can still drink water. Now, I want you to think about yourself, okay? And it's something I talk about a lot. You all hear me all the time, and I know that sometimes you may hear something and you're like, oh, okay, Mia, I'm coming, I'm doing it, I'm gonna package what I do. I'm not gonna take for granted what I have, what I know. When? Okay, because this is a perfect example. And the thing that I love about her is that she decided that it was just time. She wanted to create a second income, and that's why she came to me, and we started packaging and pitching, what she would do once we built the packages, priced it right, and then worked on her pitching, her ability to market herself, her skills, and she saw some opportunities out there. She bid on them and closed them. And fortunately, even though there is a gap, because her contract is for 120 and she was making pretty close to 200, it's not huge, right? Like now she knows, like, just go get another contract. And now you get to work on your own, in your own company with your own, with your own ideals. You can't fire yourself, right? Like you can, there's no cap on your income. You have greater time. But the thing and the lesson that I want you to understand is, and the reason I want to do this message is she built her well before she became thirsty. And because she built her well before she became thirsty, when she was let go, there was definitely the impact, the how could you, but she's not wondering what is she going to do next. And so that's the point. Okay. And I want you to think about it, because sometimes people think they have all the time in the world, or they take for granted their skills and their talents. They sit in classes. This is an example for you guys. Sitting in classes that are these free 99s or these $97 3-day courses that you already know is a pitch fest. When what I recommend is respect yourself, respect your time. Okay, like choose a full solution the first time. Y'all know that, one of the things that I'm known for, I've worked with hundreds of incredible women who just had an idea about what they wanted to do. Some of them had a product already. Most of them did not have a service that was a high ticket service. They came to me. I showed them how to package what they do for high value. Yeah, they invested in a full solution the first time. But as a result of that, we didn't waste time and things like that. And they could go directly to market. That's the value of being in the room. And I wanted to come here tonight. I wanted to share her story with you because I just got off with her. And, of course, she's fired up about looking for other opportunities to be able to pitch to double her income. Think about that. Double. Like, make more, right? Double what she's making in her company. Double it, right? Because she can now. Because she's free and she has her wings to fly. And the question I have for you is, what are you doing right now when you don't need to, so that if you ever needed to, you could have the same mindset that she has? It's an incredible mindset. And I just honored her today on the call because, I really that's what I'm about. Like, I love working with women who prioritize their transition, prioritize their success, prioritize their activity, prioritize investing in themselves at the highest level, prioritize results, prioritize outcomes, because they're the people who get it done. And I hope that her story of building your well before you are thirsty really impacts you, because so many people don't do that. They wait until they're thirsty and then they want to build a business and they don't have the resources or the revenue or the energy or the confidence or the mindset to do it. Now's the time. You build the business before you need to build a business, and then it creates options for you. Options so you can invest in yourself or invest in your family or buy your second home or secure your retirement or whatever it is that you want to do. But a lot of people instead wait until everything that they wanted to do, right? Like, they need to do it. And you bring a completely different energy to that. So I hope that there's something that I've said that's really supported you. Obviously, I would love to support you if you are investment minded, if you are action oriented, if you're looking to work with someone that can provide strategic advisement on how to package what you do for high value, and you're ready. Ready means you're ready to do the work. You have the believability that you have capacity, right, to create results for others. You believe in yourself. You believe in your talents and your skills. And you also are investment minded, meaning that you are a person that's seeking a solution and you're willing to make an investment in that solution. Does that make sense? So because building a business does require investment of time, money, and effort to get to where you want to, but it is the shortcut. And I always say that. And I think one of the other things that really appeals to me when I think about her, or I think about so many of the women that I've worked with, is they're very much like me. I wanted to know how to build a business with better models from the comfort of my home. I've always worked from the comfort of my home for 20 plus years, running my coaching and consulting and advisement company. And it's not something I take lightly. And I always say, look, if you want to understand how to work from the comfort of your home, work with someone that's done that, like for over a decade. They probably have some models that could work for you. If you want to coach or build a large coaching or consulting or advisement business, work with someone who has been able to be in that business and sustain themselves in that business for over a decade, because they probably have some solutions that could work for you. And I say this to you not from like a personal commercial, but I just say because I say it because so many of the women that you have witnessed here inside of this community have created incredible results. Y'all have seen them. Even if you haven't seen them or know these people personally, you see the testimonials. There are hundreds of them. They're testimonial reels that run for hours. So you know that all of that is real. The question is, do you have the esteem for that level of success for yourself? And my greatest advice to you is, if the answer is yes, then the next thing that you do is you reach out, you book a call, you schedule some time, you come to Profit My live event that's happening in November. You sign up for my mastermind. You do something with what you understand that can literally change the trajectory of your life. You know, I'm on a mission this year, and my goal is to support women that want it, women that they just believe better and bigger for themselves. And if that's you, then I'd love to talk to you. I hope this story supports you in some way, and pass it on to a friend, right? Pass it on to someone that you care about. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Build your well.